My name is Paige Scott. I'm a 75 kilo lifter. My best lifts in competition are 85 kilo snatch, 105 kilo clean and jerk for 190 kilo total. I was an Irish dancer from the age of 8 to 18. I did that extremely competitively and was competing at the national level at that. And then I competed in track and field in high school, and I did nothing in college except for just work out. And I got into strength training my senior year when I took a weightlifting class, just for some extra credits and something to fill my schedule. So when I moved to Indy and I started lifting at the Flab, I had not yet started Olympic lifting, and I was watching girls who I felt like I was stronger than do things I couldn't do, and that made me really interested in trying it. Once I started, those girls were still lifting more than me in the Olympic lifts, and I felt very motivated to catch them and fell in love with the sport after that. I really appreciate its finesse and the technique that requires so much attention and practice. It's not something like in powerlifting you can just train strength all the time, and I felt like it was just, I didn't have to try as hard, if that makes sense. Like I had to physically push myself, but the mental toughness I didn't feel like was as challenging, because I can walk into the gym and have a good day and hit good numbers and feel really confident and go in the next day and not be able to hit those same things, and it's not because of my strength. I think that as far as my Olympic weightlifting career, Flab's really been the entirety of it. I really don't know what it's like to train anywhere else. But whenever people ask me about the Flab, I tend to talk less about training and how much I just love the community here. Because when we moved here, Flab was the first group I really got involved with, and it was the first place I really felt like I established my roots in the city. So all of my favorite people in the city are the people I train with every day. I feel like the Flab's my family away from home, and even if I were to have an injury, I know I would still spend a lot of my time every day in the Flab just because I enjoy being around the people I'm here with. I really don't know what my life would be like without training, with all the amount I've been putting into it lately. I don't wish to either. I was talking to Dan Brown about this recently, about how I really wanted to get my squat numbers up because I saw someone on Instagram putting up numbers I didn't know girls were putting up, and there was no reason why I couldn't understand why I wasn't putting up those numbers, and then I realized it was because I'd never tried. And within like 2 weeks after that, I'd PR'd my squats both by 10 kilos, just because I'd never considered attempting those higher weights. I love to squat because I feel really fucking strong. I just really feel like I'm overcoming and doing something that people would never think that I could do. As far as nationals, wow. I think it's really cool to have made it there in my first year. It will be my 4th meet ever. And I think being on the national stage is going to be a really cool learning experience. And I'm really excited just to be around so many high-level lifters. I am scared of being on a stage with so much attention. The smaller scale meets were a bit more friendly because over half the crowd was my team, who I train with every day. So it was really easy to lift in front of them. And I felt really supported, so it would be different to not have them around. So it's a very big mixing pot of feelings. I cry during training maybe once a month. That's pretty accurate, I would say.